come by invitation, some come by word of mouth, some just walk in off the street. You know, they hear the music or hear us preaching.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Alton Brown, world famous chef, and today, on this week's edition of All Eats Pueblo, we will be making a fine New York strip steak. We'll start from day one with a fine cut of steak right here. We will coat it with some sea salt.
To do the will of the Lord, he needs
Edges
someone
too.
to sort of point him in the right direction.
Ernest Smith had been adopted as a child,
And
he appreciated
my
his
secret
family,
recipe, a little bit
having
of
not
au
had a
jus.
traditional family growing up.
Ernest was special. Industry was his heartbeat. You have heard the term that he'd give you a shirt off his back a lot of times down the line, but this was one guy that will give you his last. He was awesome.
In 1990, Ernest captures the attention of 26-year-old Emma Judge, a vibrant
Rub
civil
that in
liberty
real
from
good.
a small town in the Mississippi Delta.
Now, by going to his ministry when he was preaching.
While in Pueblo earlier this morning, I happened to peruse a couple of Pueblo peppers. We will be using these in our recipe later on.
Ernest is smitten with his
For now,
and on November
we'll put this
17,
fine cut of steak in the refrigerator to chill.
When all of us met, got together one Sunday for a Sunday dinner at our home, and Ernest and Emma, their children, and my 5 daughters, talked, broke bread together.
And this is Dave Faricy. And to talk about the worst chef in Pueblo, I would have to go back to the days when I was a young man washing dishes at the Pueblo Country Club. Now, a friend of mine, Chris, and I were washing dishes one night, and they were having a wedding reception, big fancy wedding reception, and we had a couple of chefs there at the Pueblo Country Club, and one of them was Willie. And Willie was very temperamental. And one night at this reception, my friend Chris, Willie tells him to bring over to him this big chunk of meat that was sitting on a counter. So my friend Chris is taking the meat over to Willie, and he trips on one of those metal grates that are on the floors of some restaurants. He trips on this grate. This chunk of meat goes flying through the air. It's rolling on the floor. Well, Willie goes all kombucha crazy. He grabs a cleaver and he is chasing my friend Chris around the corner, past the time clock, and Chris runs out the door into the parking lot. And that, I would have to say, was the worst chef in Pueblo that I can recall. Well, I'll let you know next week how this steak turns out, but until then, I hope you enjoyed this edition of All Eats Pueblo, and we shall see you next time. Thank you very much.
And Ernest come back.